Hello everyone, Sarah from Open Hearts Guidance here. Thanks for being here. So I've had a message come through. I've had to write it down because it was coming in thick and fast last night before bed. And then this morning it was coming up, so I was like, okay, I need to do a video about this. I will be pulling some cards, not tarot. I'm going to do, because I feel like people need a bit of guidance. So I'm going with Soul Truth and Spirit Message Oracle. And I might do a Fortune Oracle as well. I'll see if I am drawn to do that. So basically, what Spirit wants to talk to you about, because I trust and I put the intention that this finds who it is meant to find at the right time. And it's to do with why we sometimes feel almost like a fear of being happy, allowing ourselves to feel happiness and joy, especially in the times at the moment. So if that resonates for you, this message is likely for you. If that doesn't, that's fine, leave it for someone else. But for those that it does resonate for, I'm going to read a bit of what I've written down, and I've asked for any other guidance from my guides, your guides, anything else that needs to be added, and then I'll pull some cards. So what I've written down, and it's a bit like shadow work as well. These questions of like, you know, if you asked yourself, why do I fear happiness? And just sit with yourself and see what comes up. Like your inner truth. Because on a surface level, you could be like, I didn't fear being happy. Of course I don't. I want to be happy. Everyone wants to be happy, right? But I think a lot of people, and this includes myself, because I've had to ask myself this question as well, and a few things did come up for me. Why do we fear happiness? Or why do we always feel like we're attracting bad things? Or, you know, that feeling of like one thing after the other, or when people say, oh, you know, negative things always happen in threes, or, and it's not the case. It's because we keep attracting the same sort of negativity and bad experiences because we're putting out there to the universe that either we don't feel worthy enough for happiness, or we're telling the universe everything's shit. Excuse my language. But we're basically on a subconscious level sometimes we'll say things without realizing the power in your words. So there's one thing that I did write down actually is like I used to say this. I used to say that the universe hates me. I used to say, why does life hate me? Like, why has this happened to me? What have I done to deserve this? Does that resonate with you? Have you said these things before? I think a lot of people do, and you don't realize the impact and the fact that the universe is listening to your words. So when you're saying things like, the universe hates me, why do these things happen to me? Why? I just want to be happy. Why is the universe not making me happy? Why do all these bad things happen? It just doesn't want me to be happy. I used to say those things. So the universe would take that as, oh, she doesn't want to be happy. That's fine. She thinks that that source doesn't like her, or that, you know, she doesn't feel worthy of happiness, or she's scared of happiness. So we'll keep bringing in things that align with that frequency. It's all frequency. So yeah, it basically like reaffirms it. Whatever you say and put out there reaffirms what you attract back, and the pattern repeats and repeats and repeats until, I just saw 555, until we change that core belief. My ear's ringing again. It was like in my last video, my left ear was ringing, so I think this, yeah, someone's trying to talk to me and give me more. That's fine. I'm open to hearing what you need to say. Yeah, and it's almost like we need that duality. It can't always be sunshine and roses. We have to have, you know, you can't have good without bad, and life isn't perfect. It's not linear. It's not, you know, you can't have good things happening all the time. There's always lessons to learn, and there's always things that we need to grow from and learn from. There's constant lessons in everything. I now, like anything that happens in my life, or anyone that comes into my life, I now have the mindset of thinking, what is this trying to teach me? Or why have I attracted this situation? Or and sometimes it's not a comfortable situation or a situation we wanted, but in the long run it works out for the best. So rather than thinking like a tower moment, where we think, oh, everything's crumbled, everything's gone to it, what am I going to do? If you look at it from the perspective of like, okay, why did this happen and what is it trying to teach me? And this has obviously had to happen for a reason. And with tower moments in the tarot, when something crumbles, which is what the card means, is like something has to end, and it normally is a big event, or it can even be like a mindset or something crumbles, something ends, something's coming. It's like a tower coming down for you to then rebuild on a solid foundation. So it's almost like you have to see it as it's happened for a reason, rather than sit there thinking, why is this happening? The universe hates me. Think, okay, this is what it is, and there's either a lesson to learn from it, or it's almost okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing redirection. So yeah, so if it's in the instance of you feel like you're being forced to, a bit like if you lost your job, or you lost your home, or you lost a relationship, those things have to end, even though it feels catastrophic at the time, and you think, how am I going to get through this? It's redirection. And similarly, I'm hearing with relationships, rejection's quite a big thing. The fear of rejection. Rejection is redirection. So the universe doesn't hate you. It's unconditional love. But sometimes to us it feels like it does, because it is just such big catastrophic moments or life-changing moments. But if these things didn't happen, we wouldn't be able to grow and progress. Just listening for anything else. We'd remain, yeah, thank you, Spirit. We'd remain stuck and stagnant. And the universe wants us to live our best lives. So if you're in a situation where you're not happy, deep down you are not happy, but you're putting up with it, you're putting up with situations, you're making excuses for people, you're making excuses for the situation, then the universe sometimes has to step in and think, we need a tower moment here, because they're not moving. They're not choosing to move, so we're going to have to bring this moment in to force the move for their highest good. It's always for your highest good. There's nothing, it's not like the universe is conspiring against you. They are on your side. You have got a spirit team. You've got ancestors. You've got angels. You've got a guardian angel you were born with, who's with you all the time. You have got so much unconditional love that you don't know is there. And that's what I'm hearing, they're cheering you on, and they're there protecting you and helping and guiding you through it. So you're never alone. What else did I have written down? Thank you, Spirit. Another thing with the fear of being happy, going back to that, is guilt of happiness. So especially during times of like grief. So people who understand the depths of grief. I've lost many very significant people and animals in my life. And I know that during the grief process, I mean, it is an ongoing process. You just learn to live without that person or animal. But the guilt that comes with it, when you are grieving and then you start feeling a bit of happiness. I don't know if you can resonate with this. You get a little bit of happiness, and then suddenly you feel guilty for feeling happy. Like the happiness feels wrong when you've lost that person. But if you think that the person that you've lost and you loved, they would want you to be that happy. They will be happy you're happy. They don't want to see you, you know, sad. Obviously you need to go through that process of being sad and crying whenever it comes up. It's a cycle. Grief is a cycle. There's ups, there's downs, it's a roller coaster. And allow yourself to break as well, is what I'm hearing. Anyone who's experiencing grief at the moment, allow yourself the time and space to release and to break. I'm hearing don't fear breaking down. So I'm almost getting the feeling of like there's whoever, this isn't going to be for everyone, but for someone out there, I feel like you're grieving at the moment. My heart goes out to you. I'm feeling a bit emotional now. So yeah, there's definitely someone out there who is seeing this and they're resonating with this now. Okay, so I feel like you're fearing let in your grief out, because you feel like it will overcome you and you won't be able to pick yourself back up, or you will go into the dark depths and stay there and you won't be able to get out, or you're fearing it turning to depression or something like that. Like you're fearing I'm hearing like release it. You need to release it. You need to release it. If you're holding on to that grief and you're holding on to all that sadness and all that comes with grief as well, like the sadness, the anger, the guilt, the just everything that comes with it, all those emotions, if you're holding all that in, that is not good for your body or your soul. You need to release it, and it's okay to break. Give yourself that space. Just go into a room if you can, shut the door, scream into a pillow. I've done that recently. I'm not ashamed to say it. I felt all this energy of like needing to release. It almost feels like it bubbles up, and you feel it. And I just needed to cry and scream into this pillow. So I did. And I can tell you, there's nothing to fear doing that. You're not gonna do that and then remain that way. You're not gonna remain in that energy. And I've got 2 kids as well, and they were in the house at the time. So I asked them to go play in the garden, and I came upstairs, shut myself in a room, and just unleashed for, it was only like 5 minutes, if that. They had no idea. And afterwards, wiped my eyes, brushed myself off, and I felt so much lighter, so much better. So once you do release that, it feels like a pressure is off your shoulders. It really does feel like a pressure release. I'm seeing like, you know those valves where you unscrew it and then that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye now, is a pressure release. I feel like you've got it all built up, and you need to release. You need to undo that pressure release and let it. That's what I'm hearing and seeing. So that was for someone out there. I didn't realise I was going to go into that kind of topic, so that was for someone. Yeah, another thing with the fear of happiness as well is the fear that it will be taken from us too soon. I don't know why I said too soon, because that's not what I had written down. Too soon. I've got fear it will be taken from us, or it won't last long. Yeah, so it's that you fear being happy because you think, well, this won't last. It's gonna go anyway. This isn't, I'm not gonna remain this way. And then it stops you from being happy because you're not allowing yourself to be, because you're already, and that's another thing, you're putting it out to the universe that almost like an undeserving of happiness because it won't last anyway. Why wouldn't it last? Because you're telling yourself it won't last. If you tell yourself, okay, here's something coming in with this. Okay. Just asking how to articulate it a minute. Okay. Okay, so if you're automatically thinking this won't last, then you're almost putting up that barrier, seeing like a wall being put up in front of you. Not allowing happiness in, because you've got this wall up, thinking that either you don't deserve the happiness or it won't last, so don't even bother because I don't want to deal with the come down, or something like that is what I'm hearing. So yeah, I'm seeing this wall up. Happiness is on the other side of the wall is what I'm hearing. Happiness is on the other side of the wall. But you've got to let it in. You've got to take down that wall and sit with yourself and ask yourself, why do I fear happiness? And just let these reasons sort of sit with you and see if you resonate with any of them. Because this will be for different people. Different parts of it might resonate for some, but not others. So just take what resonates, don't force anything. But if you sit with that, I think a lot will come up. And then once you shine light on that shadow aspect or those subconscious thoughts, it brings it to the light and you can move past it. You can chip away at that wall. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Another thing I'm hearing is for someone out there, guilt. Especially at the moment with everything that's going on in the world, maybe you're exposing yourself to too much of the media, what's going on in the world, the fear mongering, always constantly showing us people suffering, fear, suffering. I don't even watch that kind of thing anymore, I can't. But the guilt of being happy because others are suffering. It's almost like it makes you feel, when you see these things from the world and what's on the media and things, it's making you feel like happiness is a bad thing. Like, how can you be happy when this is going on? How can you be happy knowing that these things are happening in the world? But then I think that's part of what they're trying to do. The media, all this, I won't go into all that, but it's the fear and it's they just trying to think how much I can say. Yeah, basically exposing yourself to things like that. I recommend just not watching the news and the media. It's not that you're being ignorant or naive to the fact that there are bad things that happen. It's not ignorance. That's what I'm hearing. It's not ignorance. It's protecting your energy and protecting your state of being, I'm hearing. Because when you absorb all this sort of stuff and they lead you to believe that, how can you be happy when this is happening? Look what's happening. Look, they're shoving it in your face. Look at this poor person, or what's going on. you can't be happy, don't be happy. What? So then there's that guilt. They're putting that guilt, that low vibration feeling of guilt in you to think, I shouldn't be happy because other people aren't happy. You know, if you're empathic, especially if you're an empath, you almost take on their energy of feeling, you know, how they must be feeling. So you put yourself in their shoes. So when you're seeing things, I'm getting a headache here now, that's unusual. Maybe some of you are suffering headaches at the moment. Stress headaches, tension headaches. Tension. Yeah, when... I've just been thrown off now, hang on. That's right, empaths. Yeah, you're seeing these people in these awful situations. As an empath, you will put yourself in their shoes and you absorb that energy of, oh, they must be, you know, feeling so scared. They must be feeling so, and you take it, you take it, you take it. And unless you're protecting your energy, you are absorbing those energies. And you need to protect yourself. That's for my empaths out there. Fellow empath. I do a morning meditation every morning now to protect my energy, where it like almost visualizes a shield around. Yeah, I think that's what I'm hearing on that. I'm going to pull some cards now because we're at 27 minutes, so I'm going to pull a couple of these and see if there's any more advice for whoever's watching. Any advice for whoever's watching from this Spirit Message Oracle. But yeah, take what resonates with that. I feel like that's going to get some people thinking, and just sit with yourself on that. See how what I've said makes you feel, if it's triggered anything in you to just have a think about. And it's food for thought. Food for thought. Oh, we've had two cards come out. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting. So the first one is, if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. That makes me think of that, the wall that you've put up. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. So yeah, that's making me think about the these sort of deeper beliefs, core beliefs on the subconscious level, and that wall that you've put up that you can't see, but it's all like when I said happiness is on the other side of the wall, abundance is on the other side of the wall in all forms. So it's behind that, it's waiting, but it's all these sort of beliefs, these sort of shadow aspects and beliefs that need to come to the surface to be I want to say transmuted, to go to the light, to have light, the light shone onto them. Not to limit yourself, or limit your happiness is what I'm hearing. Don't limit joy and happiness. And the other one that came out with this one is resilience is one of the strongest qualities you have. It's gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on that inner strength. Oh, that actually isn't what it said, but that's interesting. Your inner strength. It actually says, lean on that inner tower of strength. I was talking about the tower moments. Anytime you need it, you've got this. You are resilient. So you can, what I'm hearing is you've been through so much and you are so resilient. So you can allow yourself to break sometimes. You will not remain broken. You are not broken. It is necessary to release the emotions that you feel. Thank you, Spirit. Good messages today. And I'll just pull a Soul Truth card to finish. These are really good for just asking yourself the questions as well. Final message for whoever is still with me, still watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. I really want this channel to grow because I feel like there's a lot of wisdom and messages to come through. So I'm excited to see where this goes. So I really appreciate you being here in my early days. So you'll be my OGs. You'll be the ones that have been here from the start. As I aim high. Dream big, that's what I've been told. Dream big, then dream bigger. Oh, there we go. What am I most afraid of losing? Is another question for the day. As we grow, change and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was, to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? And then there's a soul action that you can do. This is up to you, you don't have to. Name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. The mantra for today is, I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. I'm going to repeat that to you. Move forward knowing you are powerful beyond measure. You are loved, you are safe, and you belong. So thank you everyone, thank you Spirit for being here with me. Thank you to everyone's guides and angels and ancestors and whoever else was with me channeling those messages. And thank you for being here as well. I really, really appreciate you. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you on the next one.